coast of the Atlantic, nestled in downtown Jacksonville at TIAA Bank Field. A few minutes prior to us coming on air, this crowd was jolted into action with the introduction of these Jaguars. They're set for football as the Jags are ready to match up with the Denver Broncos. Two one-loss teams set to lace it up. This ought to be fun, and we're underway on EA Sports. And he returns this to the 22.
The Jaguars take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Squeeze. 25. Check 25. Hey, 2. Check 52. Mike's 47. Mike's 47.
And they'll run it. This is James Robinson. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Go on. Ready?
Lawrence with the handoff to Robinson. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. 10 yards there, good enough for a Jags first down.
Every time I see James Robinson make a run, as we just saw there, one word comes to mind for me, and that's determined. Undrafted, out of Illinois State, always doubted, and all he did, finished 6th in the NFL in rushing. What a find he was in 2020, and he expects that to continue in 2021.
And that one's next down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10.
Hey, check Mike 47.
Now Lawrence. The pressure gets to Lawrence, and he'll go down. Bradley Chubb coming in hard there on the blitz, and he gets him 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage. So now after the sack of Lawrence, the Jags looking at a 3rd and long.
Check 26. Rock it. Leo.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got him brought down, says the sign judge, and that's good enough for a first down. 17 yards is the pickup there for number 17. A pair of first downs gives him a 1st and 10 up at the 44.
Hey, Sam up.
They run the counter. Robinson, and he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Everyone got 4. Out. Watch 84. Alert 3.
Off the play fake, here's Lawrence. And Sharp calls it in. Touchdown, Jaguars. DJ Chark, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Jags have taken the early lead. And that's how they envisioned to get the football to start the game and score.
And I don't know if that was scripted, was it audible, or was it just a play call that they had in their pocket? No matter what, they had the right call on against the right defense, and they end up in the end zone.
And Lambo now after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. is going to come up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. And right away, he lost the football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Charles already trailing by touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of their stride?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
And this is dropped. Oh, boy. A chance for a good play early, but he could not secure it. On 4th down, here's Sam Martin on to kick it away. Jamal Agnew is deep to return it. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. It'll be just an 18-yard punt. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. Very good starting field position for the Jaguars offense as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Lawrence giving to Etienne here on the option. Takes to midfield, but no further. Just a yard there.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. Now it's 2nd and 9.
Check, 47. Watch the slack. Watch the slack. Fair. Shoot.
They'll run here with Robinson. And he'll be down close to the 1st down marker as he gets this to the Broncos' 41.
That was a good run, probably right on the edge of breaking into something really big. So the defensive guys right now are talking about, okay, what can we do to slow him down before he truly gets started?
This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. Here's Lawrence. Escaping the pressure right. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line.
As a rookie quarterback, that's exactly how you endear yourself to your teammates. Give it up for the cause. It's also how you end up on the training table, too.
Yeah, it's a catch-22. Coach doesn't like it. Teammates love it. Where do you fall on it?
Well, I fall on wanting to endear yourself to your teammates, but pick your spots. Be smart about it. They need you for the full season.
Yeah, the rookie's going to learn as he goes. Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he's taken down inside the 30. 10 yards there, good enough for the Jags' 1st down. So, Charles, this game number 2 in the NFL career, this rookie quarterback, his guys took the loss in the opener. And when asked after that game by reporters how he did, he was pretty curt. He said, not well. What did you see?
Well, first and foremost, I loved his answer to the media because he was being honest. And those veterans in the locker room, they're looking at him to see how he's going to handle things, and they like the fact that he's not blaming other people because I thought he struggled. The only thing that's going to help him, though, reps. No matter how many big games you played in college, how well you do in practice, the reps in the real games, that's when you begin to grow as a quarterback.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Check 3. 218. Chop.
A shotgun snap and again to Etienne. Might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Go. 41. Don't get nervous. Hey, Delta.
Now with the play clock about to expire, we get a whistle and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on 3rd down. Here's Lawrence to throw. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete. Good work by that Bronco defense, and it leads to a 4th down.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away, not intercepted.
And Lambo will put this one through. And the lead moves to 10-10. So a nice kick there as they were able to add on to their lead.
And that's exactly what you're looking to do. Maneuver yourself into range. That way, if your drive stalls out, you're able to get something out of it. And they do so right there.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They look to get something started. They need to. Down 10-0 early as they've got it 1st and 10. A throw left side to start the drive is complete. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. A quick 1st down pickup. Good start after going 3 and out on their opening drive.
First down.
Now a 1st down carry. It's Williams. Able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41. Well, sometimes it's hard to take your eyes off this guy at the linebacker position. He can really cover some ground, and he did there to make that play.
And sometimes all your best laid plans of play design, your X's and O's, they can't always account for individual effort defensively. And this was one of those times. Just a terrific play to hustle over there and get the running back to the ground.
And the final number here in terms of the top speed that he hit, absolutely absurd. Next-gen stats has him at better than 23 miles an hour on that one. Williams going to get it again on 2nd down. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. Only a gain of a couple there. That leaves him needing about 7 here on 3rd down.
Right there, 54.
Shotgun snap to Locke. It's complete to Williams. And he will have a Broncos 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. The drive stays alive. A 3rd down gain of 8. They'll run on 1st down. It's Williams. And he'll get this down only to about the 46.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Locke. He'll get this one to Patrick. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the 1st quarter of play. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll hand it off now. Williams. And he still has yet to get on track in this 1st half as they're going to stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on their early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
So the 1st down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. On play action. Locke. Finding the open man, and that's Tim Patrick. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. Last play, they didn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. Now they gain almost 40 yards here. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll try to run it in, going option right. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage. Back to the 4-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
This defense is really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
2nd down and goal. Lock. Being chased out left. But I think the ball's out. This has been a long drive. You know that defense, they're craving to get off the field. They were able to force it free, but couldn't recover.
Yeah, and on the offensive side of the ledger, they were thinking about how do we punctuate this drive with 6, right? Making an exclamation point. Instead, you got to put a question mark next to this drive now after the fumble, even though they recovered it.
So crisis averted, but now facing 3rd and goal. Here's Lock. Eluding the pressure right. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Jacksonville's pass defense holds serve. 4th down. And McManus able to put it through. So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Come get some. Come on here. Come get some.
On 2nd and 12, Lawrence. That's caught by Hollister. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Good work after the catch. Gets him 15 and a 1st down.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. It's picked up by the Broncos. And this is going to be brought back for a Denver touchdown. Huge play by the defense, not only to force the fumble, obviously, but to return it for a touchdown.
And I know it's no fun for anyone who plays offense, but isn't it fun to see how a defense rallies when there's a fumble return and everyone tries to find someone to block and bring it all the way home?
I always like their celebrations because they don't get there that often.
No, they're not holding that very well usually.
Extra point from McManus is good. And we are tied here in the 2nd quarter. All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
Look at me. Score. Snap.
Now a handoff to start it out. Robinson. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
And he works his way forward for a couple up past the 30.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively.
Let's go. We got this. Mike 41.
From the shotgun, Lawrence The open man is Shark. It's complete. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. Tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long.
Mike 47. Mike 47. I'm trying to fight.
Lawrence will throw. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. He's exceeded his receiving yards from a week ago, and we're still in the first half. It's a first down.
60 Leo.
They run the counter. Robinson. And he'll get it out to midfield. Yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 41 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Bert, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
From midfield now, Lawrence. Throw left side, going to be caught by Chenault. He's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. Lawrence to Chenault for a Jaguar first.
You're out.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Hard. Back. Hey, Jet. Ready?
This one is stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
And a lot of times these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
Check, 47. Fair. Check, cross.
A give, it's ETN off the option. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. That one a first down pickup of 8.
And that's a pleasing run there by Travis Etienne. And every time I see him carry it, I think of the word mature. Why? 4 full seasons at Clemson, not something you normally get with a running back. Had almost 5,000 yards rushing, the school record, along with 70 rushing touchdowns. That's both the school record and ACC record. The second running back taken in the draft after Najee Harris from Alabama with the 25 overall. He's not wearing number 1 in the NFL. After wearing number 9 at Clemson. He loves those single digits.
The Jags picking up the first down there, a gain of 12. All tied up at 10. 2 minutes left in the first half. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
Double. He's coming.
They'll run it now with Robinson. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
15 line. I'll be right to left because I'm about to take you to school. Look, squeeze. Under 10. General West. Both sevens and Mike.
Now Lawrence. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down. It was Bryce Callahan jarring the ball free defensively. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
47. Check, 47. Hey, Haywood.
Looking to throw, Lawrence. He'll drop this one off with ETN. And he'll be brought down well short of the first at about the 9-yard line. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Josh Lambo for the field goal. A 26-yard attempt.
The kick by Lambo is good. And they will take the lead at 13-10. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. There was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Call that a very strong gain of 24. Block off the play action. Going for the deep ball. And that is incomplete. He was looking for Tim Patrick that time, but it's going to be second down.
Love the idea, love the concept, but you got to leave a little room on the sideline so he can fade into it when he makes the catch. That was thrown too close to it for the receiver to make a play.
Here's second and 10. Throwing now is Locke. He'll let this go deep for Sutton. He's got it at the 15. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Now that's one they hate. The ball's got to come all the way back.
So that's an explosive play, a really explosive play that gets wiped out, and they have to start over after the penalty.
Now they face a second and long following the holding penalty. They look to throw. It's Locke. That is taken in by the tight end Fant. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to third down. In need of a conversion on third down. They had a big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Again, it's Locke. This one goes to Patrick. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
Well, it wasn't a big strike, but that completion put them in really great range. What do we have now, 4th and inches?
Yeah, it's not more than a half a foot.
You know what I would do here?
You would always go for it.
I'm one of those guys.
Here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches. They'll go for it. It's Locke. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert. And they turn it over. The Broncos unable to convert here on 4th. And this defense is going to get the football back near midfield, right at the 48. Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And with great starting field position up near the 50, they might be one completion away from stealing a late field goal here. And he's got it across midfield and into into Denver territory. The corner, Ronald Darby, comes up to get it. So we hit the halftime break here in Jacksonville with the Jags on top. As we send you a couple hours south of here to Orlando, that's where we check in with the coach at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. It'll be the Broncos getting the football first in this second half as they trail, and we are back underway. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they're on the short end of the scoreboard here. Charles, what adjustments, if any, do you think they need to make for the second half?
Well, paraphrasing the gold medal hockey winning coach Ed Brooks, I just say you continue to play your game. Throw the ball. They had success doing it in the first half. So make sure you keep getting the ball to your playmakers, a little bit more to the perimeter perhaps. But above all, play your game.
Still 9 remaining on second down. They run it again with Williams. Calling a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a third and about 4.
Running lanes run a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Touch him down, but not before he gets the first. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
That was a route run, not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and put the down marker back to 1.
On first down, Williams. Yeah, he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Williams going to get it again on second down. And he'll get it out to midfield. Once again, he'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Now Locke going to run a little touch pass here to his wideout. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. That's the danger, Charles, of running plays like this for your wide receiver. They can hit big or they can be duds.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that, because if they're forced to try and go around defenders behind the line of scrimmage, sometimes you can give yardage in order to gain it. But in this case, they gave yardage and didn't get it back.
Now left side of the swing pass. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. A loss of 1, now a loss of 2, and they're staring at a 3rd and 13.
Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL. Pretty nice.
Now it's caught at the 6-yard line. And he'll get this way down into Jacksonville territory. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. First and goal, Melvin Gordon. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Melvin Gordon, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Broncos have retaken the lead. So the first drive ended in 3. This time they take it down and punch it in the end zone.
So that first drive felt like they were just gathering knowledge, didn't it? Just enough to kick the field goal on the first one. And the second time they put it all together and got it all the way to the end zone.
Jamal Agnew now to return. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15.
Jaguars take over first and 10 at their own 16-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they'll be working from behind now following the touchdown a moment ago on the opening drive of the half.
I think the guys right now, as they go out on offense, they're zeroing in on one big key. They don't have to do anything differently just because they're down on the scoreboard now. The intent, still the same in what they plan to do on offense.
At the 24-yard line.
On second down, a run with Etienne. And he's got some space here. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So a first and 10 now in Denver territory at the 49-yard line. On the run, it's Robinson. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Hey, Charlie!
Throwing on 2nd and 8, Lawrence. This is Chenault on the receiving end. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
The Jaguars are eager to see what Laviska Shenault and Trevor Lawrence can do together. Shenault was a second-round pick in 2020, and they're going to move him like a chess piece all over the formation and even put him in the backfield.
On 1st and 10, it's Lawrence. It's caught on the right side by Robinson. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
I love the drive they're working on here because they know they can take the lead with a touchdown. And so far on this drive, so good. They moved the ball down the field with very little resistance defensively. But they better be prepared for some adjustments to come their way now.
Off the option, here's Etienne. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. It's the All-Pro Von Miller who came in to belt him behind the line. He'll have to deal with a 2nd and 14 now after the loss.
Look at me! Go! Hey, 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 hey! Hey, box drop! Hey, 4-1 Mike.
Lawrence. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. DJ Chark, the intended target, and it's 3rd down.
I like what they did there because many of the deep throws we see in the course of a game come to the outside, the perimeter of the field. In this case, they used the slot receiver to run deep downfield and tried to connect that way. Unsuccessful in that attempt, but I like what they were doing.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off down at the 10. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. That pick hurts a little extra because it was 3rd down. You were already in field goal range.
You know what he's going to hear all night, all next week? Situational football. understand what's going on, because you expressed it perfectly. 3 points were in their hip pocket. They had those. Now, those went by the wayside. You cannot make those kind of mistakes.
What we call a rookie mistake. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Had a bit of a lane there, took advantage of it. Give them 7 there on the first down carry.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
They fake the handoff, now Locke. They'll roll him out right. Oh, he'll air this one deep for Judy. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And the return stops just a few yards shy of midfield. They spot the ball at the 47-yard line. Runs it in the pocket, trying to improvise. That was a tough throw, and unfortunately, it will wind up in the wrong pair of hands.
And Brandon, when you're on the run, sometimes your downfield vision can get skewed just a bit. Now, the beauty of extending a play is sometimes your receivers find their way open, but oftentimes you end up closing down part of the field and bringing those defenders to the ball, and that one was picked off.
A first down screen pass, good for 5.
Boy, that one was well read defensively, and this is all about diagnosis as a safety and being decisive, because he saw it setting up in front of him, able to knife through there and make the play.
On second down now, it's Robinson. He'll get about 4 here, down to the 43-yard line. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
Could be 4-down territory even if they don't get this, but they need just a few inches here on third. Robinson now off the option. And he will handle first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. 57 yards rushing forward to the ball game now on 14 carries. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll run on first down. It's Robinson, and this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Second and 11.
Rock it. Watch the boot. Spud.
Now Lawrence. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 11. Here's Lawrence. On the slant, this is Chark. And a good tackle there right around the 30. Stops him short of the first down. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
4th down. Here's Lawrence. That's to his running back. Complete. Touchdown, Jaguars. Travis Etienne, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Jaguars have retaken the lead. His first career touchdown pass. And, you know, it's cliche to say, but he's probably been envisioning this since he was a little kid. That's a cool moment.
It really is. So enjoy the moment. Enjoy the time. Celebrate it. Save the full reflection for later. And make sure you grab someone on the sidelines and say, hey, make sure you get that football okay.
Run after by Lambo, up and good. And that gives him a 3-point lead. And Lambo now after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And able to get this out to the 25.
Come on, now, let's go.
At their own 25
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the fourth quarter, and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
From the 30 on second down. Block. And that's complete. Albert Okwuegbunam. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First target, first catch, and a first down. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Coverage of the NFL brings us to the Sunshine State in TIAA Bank Field here in Jacksonville. This crowd excited to see their Jaguars as both teams emerged from their tunnels a moment ago. We are just about ready for football as the Jags get set to match up with the Denver Broncos. 2 clubs here, each looking to rebound from a Week 1 loss as we're underway on EA Sports. Not something you expect to see from the opening kickoff, that's for sure, and they will start at the 40. Running out of the gun with ETN. And he's got room. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight-ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid game.
They'll get this up to the 34, and a good lane opening up right away for him. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second in just about a few inches here.
70, easy.
QB's trash. Let's go.
47's the mark. Let's go.
They run. Robinson. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
They'll throw on first down with Lawrence. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the rookie corner, Pat Surtain. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
Rifles one, that's going to be intercepted. It's C.J. Henderson picking it off. This one home, it's a touchdown.
What you just saw there, first round talent, second year, even more success. A pick 6 for a touchdown.
Great play. And it's tough for these guys, you told me before, to adjust in the secondary as a first-year guy. So that sophomore season is big for them.
They really start to expand the playbook for them even more. Sometimes they dumb it down a little bit to make them comfortable year 1. By year 2, they should have all the nuances, and now they've adjusted to the speed of NFL play as well.
Showed right there. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. His first carry, he loses the football. And the Jags grab it, and they will take over at the 26-yard line. Some guys just have a knack for creating turnovers. He's got a little bit of that going. He forced a fumble last week, another one there.
And it just drives teams crazy because they realize that certain guys, as you said, have that knack, and they're trying to keep them away from the action, away from the ball. But the best ones have that overwhelming desire, that overwhelming need to get to the football and make it happen, and that he does.
Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
Go! 60 Pittsburgh. Go!
Check.
Down.
Out of the gun, it's Lawrence. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. It was Von Miller who shot in there to get him down.
And Bronco fans have to be so excited because Von Miller missed 2020 with an ankle injury, suffered just days before the season opener. An 8-time Pro Bowler, the all-time sack leader for the Broncos, and the active leader in the NFL. They're happy to welcome him back.
Connecting here with DJ Shark. It'll be a pickup of 16, but they'll remain short of the marker, and it's 4th down.
I don't know how many times, not just in my playing career, but you and I working together, have we ever heard a coach say,